welcome to the 200th episode. The one that you never thought they said it could never be done.
Right, and you can't imagine how much arguing and fighting it took us to get to 200.
Ernie is the most argumentative person, always trying to argue, always starting fights. If it wasn't for me to bring everybody together, I don't know how the show would have stuck together.
Right, yeah. Right. Ditto.
Yeah, he agrees with me. At least we admit it.
Yeah, because if you loyal viewers will recall, back at about 150, we were wondering whether we should just stop doing the Pew at episode 200 because we weren't sure.
We weren't wondering. I knew all along that we were going to keep going.
Did you? Well, then why is it such a struggle to get you out of bed in the morning to do it?
Because I'm dreaming of concepts for the Pew. And I needed my beauty sleep to dream of those concepts.
Yeah, but the concepts day is Friday, not the day that we
Every day is concepts day.
Oh, yeah.
In Alig world.
So what did you dream? What concept did you come up with this morning? And we were trying to drag you out of bed.
That we would do the 200th episode, and that we
decided that yesterday.
But I needed to come up with a concept that the way we were going to do it.
And what is that concept?
I know you're not an aesthetician.
What is it?
So I don't expect you to understand.
Concept, please.
It's much more vague than that. What is it? It's much more nuanced. We don't have time to get into all of this.
He doesn't have time to say the concept. This is only a 10-minute show.
Yes.
And it'll take him way too long, so he's not even going to bother.
We're not going to waste the viewer's time with that. I mean, we waste enough of their time anyway. We're not going to waste any more of their time trying to...
We're going to have all the time in the world when the singularity comes.
Because we will be living forever. Virtual immortality. That's what Stephen Hawking promises in this book, The Singularity.
I don't know if I really want that.
I was thinking yesterday about this, and that how... Even I may not actually want it, because the thing that makes life so interesting and precious is its fleeting nature.
Right. And we're running out of time.
Yes, that's what makes it so
Gotta hurry.
And that's the same thing that made certain clubs so precious, is that
quick.
Yeah, exactly. They only lasted for a certain amount of time, and then they're over. And
or Lotto, our after hours club.
And there's
literally only lasted.
And it seems like
months.
The shorter the time frame that the club lasted, the more fabulous. Yes, because there's no way to explain it to somebody who wasn't there, and so you share that experience with just the few people who were there.
You sneeze, you missed it.
Mm-hmm. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why the people are so adamant about
one of the reasons why I'm not interested in the singularity as much as I thought I would be was when Michael explained to me yesterday that when the singularity happens and we live forever, we're not going to care about fashion or drugs.
No, I said we're not going to care about it. I didn't say we're not going to care about it. We're going to care about it because it's going to be in our consciousness, but we're not going to be out there buying clothes or anything, because we're going to be living in a virtual reality that is of our own choosing and designing. So we are going to be the only ones who see it, but we're going to think that everybody else is seeing it.
Well, I can't imagine a worse future where I'm not worried about outfits and buying outfits.
You will be worried about them, but virtually. You will be virtually worried.
Yeah, but I want to try them on, too. How am I going to do that?
This virtual reality will be indistinguishable from the real reality, so you won't even know that you're in virtual reality.
Of course we'll know.
No, you will program yourself not to know.
Well, why would you want to do that? That would be like forgetting your past.
So that it's you're forgetting that you're deluding. You're deluding yourself, and then you're forgetting that you're deluding yourself.
Well,
that's the perfect.
We do that now.
I know. Well, somewhere in the back of our minds, though, we realize it. That's too much for me. I don't even want that. I don't even want it somewhere in the back of my mind. I want it out of there. Get out. Reality.
We'll be right back.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Episode 200.
Oh, these crybaby tears.
A milestone. In what? I can't exactly say.
A milestone in tolerance. We have
Your tolerance.
yes, my tolerance. You're right. I've become so tolerant working with you. The little petty disturbances and delays because of your, primping in the mirror. None of it bothers me anymore. I just let it roll off my back.
Okay.
So
I think there's a little projecting going on here.
Our cameraman. You're talking about our cameraman? Our projecting man. Projecting our image to the.
Yes, projection. Just as every decade projected its image onto sci-fi.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah.
See how I fed you that to just.
We were talking about how every TV show or movie that was made in a certain decade, their future, when you look at it now, just looks so passé. So if you look at Lost in Space, for example, they look. I mean, it's totally the '60s. There's nothing futuristic about their outfits. And similarly with Space 1999, which at the time when I was watching it in the 70s, I thought it was so futuristic. But
it actually looks like a scene from a disco.
Right, they're all like at a disco, basically.
A Euro disco.
And I think that in the 80s with the Star Wars movies, those costumes, they don't necessarily look 80s. It's not like they look like...
They're starting to look a little bit more realistic.
Right, like what you'd expect the future to be like, because it could still... Those outfits could still be the future. Mm-hmm. And then in the 90s with the Star Trek, super sleek and clean. I don't believe the future is going to be that clean or sleek. I don't. Maybe like for really rich people, but for everybody else, we're all going to be living in slums.
That's a good point. If you go to like an apartment building in Manhattan, a really rich person it's very clean and sleek and
Then you come here.
Yeah.
The walls are painted pink.
Wow. There's nothing more sleek than pink walls. Well, nothing screams sleek like pink walls.
Better than pink slime.
Does anything scream sleek more than that? I don't know.
Better than pink slime.
Better than pink slime.
Bitches want to know.
What do they want to know? They want to know what Igor... Well, Last 78 wants to know what Igor is going to do after the Pew moves to its new studio.
At the WOW Theater in the East Village, starting June 20th.
Well, Igor will probably...
get your tickets.
Get his tickets. Oh, no. Igor will probably get your tickets. No, what?
Igor's going to be manning the table, selling our Pew shirts.
Manning the table.
Our Pew mugs, and all the other collectibles from Aligmart.
Stress on the word collectibles. You need to collect these things in order for them to be collectibles.
Right, because they'll be very valuable.
Very valuable.
And you'll be rich.
Rich. Beyond measure. If you just buy all around. Yeah, you will be rich.
Beyond measure.
You will be rich if you buy our products.
See you next time.
You rich.